Hi, I'm Gia, and I'm a yarn nut, a yarn squirreler, yarn hoarder, addict, yarnaholic, you name it. I do it, and I was surprised to find that a lot of you guys do too. I've been watching YouTube videos for the past few months, and I was really surprised to find out how many people have the same problem I do with yarn. This channel is going to be about yarn, and more yarn. This is my first video as an introduction, and I am going to be having ice yarn hauls, unboxings and reviews, Hobium yarn hauls and reviews and unboxings. I just got some gorgeous yarns from Yarns.com. I don't know if you guys have been aware that they sell yarn. Might be wholesale only, but the yarns are beautiful. I also bought a few premier yarns to try out, so it should be interesting. I'm originally from Chicago. I'm now living in southern Wisconsin, and at the end I'll insert a clip of a little video from my deck so you can see where I live. I've been crocheting since I was about 14 years old, and I don't want to say how long that's been. My mom taught me to crochet, and we really had a lot of fun yarn shopping and doing projects together, and I do think of her a lot when I crochet. I get my inspiration from all different yarns, yarn colors, and yarn fibers. I like mixing fibers and colors, and each project is different, and each project brings a different kind of satisfaction and joy. I just really love crocheting. I'd love to learn how to knit. I've tried it a few times. I kind of end up getting frustrated, and I have to admit I've thrown it across the room, but I really want to do it so badly. I've got a bunch of patterns that I want to do. So someday maybe we'll embark on a journey to learn to knit together. And maybe you experienced knitters could help me out because it's something I really would like to do. I'm finally getting over my fear of being on camera by doing this. I really enjoyed so much watching the other crochet contributors on YouTube and the creators. And I thought, wow, this is really a great community, and it's so supportive and so sharing that I really wanted to participate. So I'm getting over my fear of being on camera, and I'm going to share my yarn hauls and my yarn reviews. I'm going to be providing free crochet patterns and projects, and hopefully this will be a fun place to come to talk about yarn and see what everyone's doing. I would love to spotlight someone's work on my channel every week. So if you would like to have me show off your finished object on my channel, I'll be picking one once a week. If you'd like to send a photo of your favorite finished object with a little description, I'll pick one every week to put in my video so that you can show off your work in case you don't have your own YouTube channel. And this way we can see what you're up to. So I do have many WIPs in progress right now. I get so excited about yarn that I just have to try it as soon as I get it. So if you can see my WIP basket over here, this has my Winter Gardens crochet quilt in it. I just started that a little while ago. I'm really into cotton and cotton blend yarn right now. It's summertime, and I really like the way it looks. It's very crisp and very clean. So I have a lot of ideas to do with the different kinds of cotton. I have heard people say they don't like the way it washes and it can be heavy. So I'm going to see how these work out with the cottons and the cotton blends. So my Winter Gardens, this is what the square looks like. I got inspired by this when I had these colors in my head. I had pinks and peaches and beiges and creams in my head, and I wanted to make something, but I didn't know what. So when I was on the Ice Yarns website, I saw in the Lorraine worsted they had the exact same colors, and I just loved it. So I ordered them and I started crocheting, and this is what came out. So I will be providing the free pattern for this in a future video and putting it all together and finishing it off so you can see what it looks like. Another cotton quilt project I did is the crochet quilt behind me. This is my reversible spring fall quilt, and it is made with a 100% cotton. It is the Ice Yarns jeans cotton, and it comes in about 20 different colors. I used 12 colors for this quilt, and they're out of some of them now. So I want to start a new project to work along with you. And so we'll be using some different colors. And it's really cool yarn because if you can see, it has the skeins go from dark to light. So you'll have different, kind of like your faded jeans. So I don't know if you can see in the squares behind me, some of them have light areas and dark areas, and it really creates an interesting pattern. So I loved using this yarn. So we'll be using some different colors. I was able to get a bright pink and orange. I don't know if you can see them over here. The Kelly green and the bright orange and hot pink. Really fun for summertime. So we're going to be doing that project in the near future. I used the natural cotton from Ice to do the border and the joining on this quilt in the ecru color. Unfortunately, Ice is completely out of the natural cotton right now. So I'm looking for a substitute for the natural cotton. I got a couple from Hobium and a couple to try from Ice and one from Yarns, which is a really nice 100% cotton. I'm really into the ecru color. It's when you don't want a really bright white, but you don't want creamy yellow cream color. The ecru is so nice because it's just a neutral, no yellow, and it's not bright white. It's like a little tiny bit off white, but no yellow. And it really goes well with a lot of different colors. And I really like the way it created a natural base for my quilt, and it allows the colors to really shine through. I made this project. I started it last Christmas when we were going on a road trip to Florida, and I wanted to take something with me to crochet that was easy and light and portable, and not to have a big blanket hanging over my lap while we're trying to travel around. So I put everything in a bag because these little Ice yarns, very small skeins, I was able to put a bunch of these in a bag. And I was able to crochet in the car and in the plane and in the hotel room, at the pool, and everything stayed in one bag, and I didn't lose anything, and it was really nice to be able to relax on vacation and crochet. I would just crochet a square and throw it in a bag, crochet a square, throw it in the bag. And then when I got home, I finished it up and put it all together, and I ended up with what I think is a really nice blanket. I hope you'll like it too. I will be creating new square patterns because I think some of the squares I used, the patterns might be copyrighted, and I don't want to infringe on anyone's copyright. So I'll be creating brand new square patterns and providing those for free on my channel, as well as my website, yarnnut.com. And I will be showing you the yarns and telling you what different substitute yarns you can use as well. I will also be doing color pooling, which I really find fascinating. It is a little bit difficult and scary to some people, but I bought this gorgeous Echoes color pooling yarn from Hobium, and it's 25% wool, but it's very soft and I don't feel any scratchiness at all. Really excited about the turquoises and the gray and the white, just very fresh looking. So it's supposed to make an argyle pattern when you crochet it properly. So that's something that I want to work on and try to work out. Maybe we'll do a crochet along and try to master planned pooling. I did do one project with Red Heart with Love yarn, and I'll put a picture of it here so you can see. But I don't think it's as good as it could be. I did have a lot of trouble with some of the colorways not being uniform. I had to use about 5 different crochet hooks to go up and down to get, because the trick is you have to put the same amount of stitches in each color to make the pattern work. So sometimes if there's not enough yarn, you have to use a smaller hook, and if there's too much yarn, you have to use a larger hook. So it can be a little frustrating, but once you see the pattern come out, it's so fun. So this one I think turned out all right, but I'd like to see a more crisp argyle. And so I'm going to try it again with some of this other yarn. And I also want to try making different patterns other than argyle. If you use the plannedpooling.com, I believe that's what it's called, they can show you a way to work out patterns if you know how long your colorways are. So it's really interesting. So we'll be going over that in future videos as well. If you like a lot of the yarns you see here, I have started a yarn store at our website on yarnnut.com, and what we've done is we brought in a selection of yarns from Ice Yarns and Hobium Yarns, as well as Yarns and a couple of other places, and this will allow you to buy the Ice Yarns and Hobium Yarns in smaller quantities so that you don't have to import a lot of yarn from Turkey with high shipping fees. In watching the YouTube videos and participating in the chats, I saw that a lot of people love the Ice Yarns and they want to use them because they want to make the projects that the YouTube content creators are creating. They want to use the same yarn, but they they can't import from Turkey. They didn't want to buy that much yarn, and they didn't want to spend that much on shipping charges. So I thought that I would try to start a website where I could ship ice yarns from the United States and Hobium yarns as well. And we're going to be offering free shipping on 8 skeins or more and $6 shipping on under 8 skeins. So you can buy yarn from ice, shipping from the US, with lower shipping costs or free shipping and no minimum order. So this is just a side note to our website, because the main goal of my channel is to share and join into the crochet community. So all of our projects will be able to be made with any yarn you choose. You do not have to buy yarn from Yarn Nut. You can buy directly from ice, directly from Hobium. You can buy your yarn at the store or use yarn you already have. I will also be offering substitutes when I know of a yarn that's similar that comes from ice or Hobium. I will let you know about it if it's something that you can get at your local store. I don't know about you, but these last few months, I've really had a hard time finding yarns for my projects in my local stores and even online as well. A lot of the big box stores were out of yarn, or out of a lot of colors, and the manufacturers are out of a lot of colors, and I really was getting frustrated. So when I heard about ice yarns, I did look at them, and they do have a huge selection, and Hobium does as well. So I tried them. So that's why we decided to bring in yarn and start Yarns.com, because we wanted to give people more options for purchasing yarn. Hopefully the selection will grow in the future, but I do know that, a lot of the stores have empty shelves, sparse shelves. You can get 1 skein of each color or 2 colors. If you want to do a blanket with 5 colors, you can't find them. So this is just another avenue where people can have more choices. And I hope it changes in the future. But for now, this is what we have. I do want to make you aware that the inventory on ice yarns and Hobium yarns moves extremely quickly. They have a worldwide customer base, so any yarn that's popular, it can sell out quick. So I would suggest having a project, getting a project in mind, choosing a yarn, calculating your yardage, and then making sure that you purchase enough yarn for that project with maybe a little bit extra just in case you change your mind about something. I don't want you to be disappointed when you go to buy yarn and find out that we can't get it. So whether you buy on Yarns.com or Ice Yarns or Hobium, just be aware that the inventory can sell out very quickly, and we may or may not be able to get that yarn again. As I said, they're out of the natural cotton that I used for this quilt, and they don't know when they're going to get it back in. So again, just something to be aware of. They just have production schedules that they can't help. So when you see something that you like, you really should get enough to make something, whatever it may be that you choose. So I don't know about you, but I am running out of things to do with my finished objects. I have so many because I can't stop crocheting, and I've given them away to everybody I know. Nobody wants anything else. Yeah, so I'm at the point that I'm going to have to start donating. So I think that's a great thing to do. If you have any ideas of where I can donate items, please share with me so I can share with the community, and let's spread the love of crochet. So if you think you're going to like participating in this channel, please subscribe and hit the like button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. This is my very first video, my introduction, and I will be adding new content very quickly. My next video is going to be a Hobium yarn haul. I'm very excited. Thank you to Crystal from Bag O' Day Crochet for letting me know about Hobium yarns, because they are just gorgeous. And I also wanted to thank Granny D from Knit Pearl and Squirrel for being my very first subscriber. Thank you so much. You all have been so supportive of me starting this channel, and I can't wait to see how much we can do. I thought I would do a little video to show you where I live in southern Wisconsin. This is the view from my deck. My lilac tree, which the lilacs are gone now. Unfortunately, they only last a couple weeks, but they're so beautiful. And then here are the fields turning green. Soy and corn are planted out there. Beautiful clouds in the sky. It's getting towards sunset.
And that's where it looks like where I live.
So thanks again, and have a really good day or evening wherever you are, and may there be no frogging for you this week. Bye.